Have you ever wondered how billions of tiny bees work together to produce the golden honey we enjoy every day? Behind the scenes, bee farms have mastered an intricate process, blending nature and innovation to create millions of tons of honey annually. Let's uncover the fascinating methods that make this possible. Beekeeping, or apiculture, is the practice of maintaining bee colonies to produce honey, beeswax, and other valuable products. In modern agriculture, bee farming plays a crucial role not only in honey production, but also in pollination, which is essential for many crops. As global demand for honey and pollination services grows, beekeepers have adopted innovative techniques to scale their operations and improve efficiency. Modern bee farms have evolved from small-scale traditional setups to large, highly organized operations, capable of managing billions of bees and producing millions of tons of honey annually. The origins of beekeeping date back thousands of years, but today it involves advanced technology and scientific knowledge. From hive design to bee health management, every aspect of apiculture is carefully optimized to maximize productivity. Modern hives are equipped with tools like temperature and humidity sensors to monitor conditions, ensuring that the bees thrive. Additionally, data analytics helps beekeepers predict honey yields and detect potential issues in their colonies early on. One of the primary reasons for the growth of industrial bee farming is the increasing awareness of the health benefits of honey. Consumers appreciate honey for its natural sweetness, antioxidant properties, and use as a remedy for various ailments. This has spurred investments in larger bee farms capable of meeting the growing demand. Moreover, the rise of organic and raw honey markets has driven beekeepers to focus on sustainable and ethical practices. The success of modern beekeeping lies in its ability to balance efficiency with sustainability. Large-scale operations must ensure the health of their bee populations while maintaining the quality of their products. With growing concerns about the decline in bee populations due to climate change and pesticide use, sustainable practices are more critical than ever. Beekeepers are now seen as vital players in environmental conservation, contributing to biodiversity and ecosystem health. Setting up a successful bee farm. Setting up a bee farm begins with choosing the right location. Bees require an environment rich in nectar and pollen sources, such as flowering plants and trees. Proximity to these resources ensures that bees have access to the nutrition they need to produce honey. Additionally, the location should have minimal exposure to pesticides and other harmful chemicals that could threaten bee health. Climate is another important factor, as extreme weather conditions can affect the productivity and survival of the bees. The next step is acquiring the right equipment. Beekeepers use hives designed to mimic a bee's natural habitat, while making it easier to manage colonies. Modern hives are often modular, allowing beekeepers to expand as their colonies grow. Essential tools include protective gear, smokers to calm the bees, and extraction equipment to harvest honey without harming the bees. Starting with strong, healthy bee colonies is also crucial. Many beekeepers purchase nucleus colonies, nukes, or packages of bees to establish their apiaries. Training and knowledge are key to successful bee farming. Understanding bee behavior, disease management, and seasonal cycles helps beekeepers maintain healthy and productive colonies. For instance, beekeepers must recognize signs of diseases such as American foul brood and take immediate action to prevent it from spreading. Similarly, regular hive inspections help identify issues like overcrowding, which can lead to swarming and reduced honey production. A successful bee farm also requires careful planning and investment. Beekeepers must consider factors such as hive placement, water availability, and access to transportation for moving hives if necessary. With proper setup and management, a bee farm can grow from a few hives to a large-scale operation, contributing significantly to local ecosystems and the global honey supply. The role of queen bees in colony growth. The queen bee is the heart of any bee colony, and her role is vital for its growth and productivity. As the sole egg layer, the queen determines the size and health of the colony. A healthy queen can lay up to 2,000 eggs per day during the peak season, ensuring a steady supply of worker bees to maintain the hive and forage for nectar and pollen. The quality of the queen directly impacts the hive's overall performance, making her management a top priority for beekeepers. Queen bees are carefully selected and bred for desirable traits such as disease resistance, productivity, and gentleness. Many large-scale bee farms maintain queen rearing programs to ensure a consistent supply of high-quality queens. Beekeepers may replace queens every 1 to 2 years to maintain peak colony performance, as an aging queen's egg-laying capacity declines over time. The queen's pheromones play a crucial role in maintaining harmony within the hive. These chemical signals regulate the behavior of worker bees, ensuring that they perform their tasks efficiently. For instance, pheromones prevent worker bees from developing ovaries, allowing them to focus on foraging and hive maintenance. A weak or failing queen produces fewer pheromones, leading to disorganization and reduced productivity within the colony. Beekeepers must monitor the health and performance of their queens regularly. Signs of a failing queen include reduced brood production and irregular egg-laying patterns. In such cases, beekeepers may introduce a new queen to the hive, a process known as requeening. Proper queen management ensures the longevity and success of the colony, which is essential for large-scale honey production. Harvesting honey. From hive to factory. The honey harvesting process begins with extracting honey from the hives, a task that requires skill and precision. Beekeepers typically harvest honey at the end of the flowering season, when the bees have had ample time to collect and store nectar. The process starts with removing the honey-filled frames from the hives. To avoid harming the bees, a smoker is used to calm them, and specialized tools help lift the frames gently. Once the frames are removed, the wax caps sealing the honeycomb cells are carefully cut away. This exposes the honey, which is then extracted using a centrifugal machine called an extractor. The extractor spins the frames at high speed, forcing the honey out of the combs without damaging them. The honey is then filtered to remove impurities such as wax particles and bee debris, ensuring a clean, high-quality product. In industrial operations, the harvested honey is transported to factories for further processing. At the factory, the honey undergoes additional filtration and pasteurization to meet food safety standards. Some honey is also processed to create specific varieties, such as creamed honey or flavored honey blends. The processed honey is then packaged into jars, bottles, or bulk containers for distribution. Efficiency and precision are crucial in the harvesting process to maximize yield and maintain quality. Beekeepers must ensure that enough honey is left behind for the bees to sustain themselves during the off-season. Proper harvesting practices not only protect the health of the bees, but also contribute to the sustainability of the farm. Scaling production. Managing billions of bees. Scaling a bee farm to manage billions of bees requires meticulous planning and advanced management techniques. Large-scale operations often involve hundreds or even thousands of hives, each housing tens of thousands of bees. Managing such a vast number of bees requires a well-trained team and efficient systems to monitor hive health and productivity. Technology plays a significant role in scaling production. Many modern bee farms use hive monitoring systems equipped with sensors to track temperature, humidity, and bee activity. These systems alert beekeepers to potential problems, such as disease outbreaks or food shortages, enabling them to take timely action. Automated feeding systems are also used to supplement the bees' diet during periods of low nectar availability. Transporting hives to different locations is another strategy for scaling production. Migratory beekeeping involves moving hives to areas with abundant flowering plants, ensuring a continuous supply of nectar and pollen. This practice is particularly common in regions with seasonal blooms, allowing beekeepers to maximize honey yields throughout the year. Efficient management also involves dividing large colonies to create new ones, a process known as splitting. This helps prevent overcrowding and swarming while increasing the number of productive hives. By adopting these practices, large-scale bee farms can produce millions of tons of honey annually, while maintaining healthy and thriving colonies. Processing honey in the factory. In the factory, the focus shifts to refining and packaging the honey for consumers. The first step is quality control, where the honey is tested for moisture content, color, and purity. High-quality honey typically has a low moisture content, which prevents fermentation and ensures a longer shelf life. Factories also test for contaminants, such as pesticides and antibiotics, to meet food safety regulations. After quality control, the honey is filtered again to remove any remaining impurities. This step ensures that the final product is clear and smooth. Some honey is pasteurized by heating it to kill any yeast that could cause fermentation. While pasteurization improves shelf life, it may reduce some of the honey's natural enzymes and nutrients. For this reason, raw honey, which is minimally processed, has become a popular choice among health-conscious consumers. Factories also produce specialized honey products to cater to different markets. For example, creamed honey is made by controlling the crystallization process to create a smooth, spreadable texture. Flavored honeys, infused with ingredients like cinnamon or ginger, are also gaining popularity. These value-added products allow bee farms to diversify their offerings and reach a wider audience. Packaging is the final step in the factory process. Honey is packaged into various formats, from small jars for retail consumers to large drums for industrial buyers. Labels often highlight the honey's origin and unique characteristics, such as being organic or wildflower honey. Efficient processing and packaging ensure that the honey reaches consumers in pristine condition, maintaining the reputation of the bee farm. Sustainability and challenges in bee farming. Sustainability is a cornerstone of successful bee farming. As concerns about the decline in bee populations grow, beekeepers are adopting practices that prioritize the health and well-being of their colonies. This includes reducing the use of chemical pesticides, planting pollinator-friendly crops, and providing supplemental feeding during periods of scarcity. Sustainable practices not only benefit the bees, but also contribute to environmental conservation and biodiversity. One of the major challenges in bee farming is the threat of diseases and pests. Varroa mites, small parasites that feed on bees, are a significant concern for beekeepers. These mites weaken the bees and spread diseases, leading to colony losses. Beekeepers use integrated pest management techniques, such as introducing predator mites or using organic treatments to control infestations without harming the bees. Climate change poses another challenge, as shifting weather patterns affect the availability of nectar and pollen. Droughts, floods, and extreme temperatures can disrupt the bees' foraging activities, reducing honey yields. Beekeepers must adapt by moving their hives to more favorable locations or providing additional resources to support their colonies. Despite these challenges, the future of bee farming remains promising. Advances in technology, research, and sustainable practices are helping beekeepers overcome obstacles and meet the growing demand for honey. By prioritizing the health of their bees and the environment, bee farms can continue to thrive and play a vital role in global agriculture. What part of the process surprised you the most? Do you think honey production will evolve even more in the future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And for more fascinating insights into the world of science, nature, and industry, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload.